Warriors close out the series 120-110. They move on to the finals again. Oh my god. Who let these guys back in here? But no, they played a really good game today. Steph Curry, not the most efficient at all. Now that I look at it, 5 of 17, 15 points. MVP for them was definitely Klay Thompson and Kevon Looney. Kevon Looney was incredible today. 10 points only, 18 rebounds, 7 of them offensive. Kevon Looney was huge for them. I remember at one point in the game, he got like two back to back. In like the fourth quarter, he got two back to back offensive rebounds, and it ended up being a three from Klay Thompson, who had 8 threes today. Really efficient game from him. He was strong from the beginning, which is something that he was not in any of the previous games in this series. He was often very poor in the first half. But in the first half, in the first quarter, even, I believe he had like 11 points in the first quarter, something like that. He was like 4 of 8. So, he started off really strong. He was really strong the whole game. Obviously, a lot of threes, a lot of couple mid ranges and stuff like that. But really good game from him. Andrew Wiggins with the efficient, not efficient, not really, but 18 points, 10 rebounds as well. 3 of them offensive. They really killed the Mavericks on the offensive glass, and as well just on the rebounds in total. They had 56 rebounds to the Dallas Mavericks only had 38. So that's almost 20 rebound difference. They only had 6 offensive rebounds. Meanwhile, Warriors had 14. A lot more second chance points. Kevon Looney being the biggest guy out there really hurt Dallas. They still don't have a big man. Obviously, the Mavericks going into the offseason, they're definitely going to have to look into getting a center. Maybe they can throw a lot of money at DeAndre Ayton. That would be interesting. Or I've seen signing trades for Zach LaVine, which wouldn't solve your big man problem, but that's just another thing that they could do. So Dallas has a lot of options in the offseason. I'll definitely make a video talking about them. But for right now, the Warriors performed really well today. Really a lot of passing. This was a really high assisting game. They had 37, 36. A lot of passing for the Warriors today. They had 36 assists on 45 made field goals. They were passing the ball like the Warriors do all the time. They played really well today. A very all around game from everybody. Jordan Poole had 16 points. Draymond was really good. 9 assists, 17 points. He was in some foul trouble at a couple times, but he hit a corner three. And when he hit the corner three, I knew the game was over, because it's literally a stat that when Draymond hits a three, they win like 80 or I don't know what the percentage is, but they win a lot of the time when Draymond hits a three, because that's rare. So if he hits a three, then something's going right. And he hit the three in the first quarter. A corner three in the first quarter from Draymond Green. That's when I knew the game would be over. But, Moses Moody played pretty well out there as a rookie. He got some minutes after not getting almost any minutes for the entire series, which was interesting to see. Nemanja Bjelica, pretty decent defense from him today. He didn't score a lot. He had a pretty deep three, but he didn't score a lot, but he had some pretty decent defense. Overall, just a really good Golden State Warriors win, even though Steph wasn't efficient at all. Really good win from them. On the Mavericks side of thing, unfortunate game. Luka did not have a good game. He did have 28 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. It's not a good Luka game. 10 for 28, 3 of 13 from 3. Not an efficient game. In the first half, at one point, he was like 2 of 12. He had 6 points in the first half. He had 0 points in the second quarter. Not a good game. In the third quarter, the game was around like a 20-point game, and I was like, not another one. Which, I mean, for most of the game, there was pretty big lead on the Warriors side. But near the end of the third quarter, Dallas went on a 15-2 run, which cut the lead down to almost 10 points. At one point, I think it did cut it down to 10 points. And I was like, there's some momentum here. But at that point, Luka was really gassed. He didn't have a lot of energy to drive in the paint. He was just chucking up threes that weren't a lot of step backs. He had some catch and shoot threes that just missed. He needs to practice those. not a very good Luka game. In the first half, he was not getting back on defense multiple times. He just wasn't he was complaining a lot to the refs and he wasn't getting back on defense a lot. So not a good game from Luka at all. But I mean, he's gotten them this far. Can't say I'm too disappointed because realistically they weren't gonna win this series. So even making it here was really impressive, and the Mavericks had a really good season. They got off the Porzingis contract. They got Luka some type of help, and they made a pretty decent run. So it's a really good season for them. They shot pretty well from three, 40%, but there was a lot of they weren't making a lot of assists to each other. And Warriors just played better, to be honest. The Warriors were more fluid, passing a lot more, out rebounding them like crazy. For the Mavericks in this offseason, they really got to get a true big man, but like not too overbearing. I feel like DeAndre Ayton would be pretty good, but there's some questions about his aggression and his rebounding as well. For the Suns was not very good for what you would expect from almost 7 foot, probably 7 foot DeAndre Ayton. There was multiple games where he wasn't even double digit rebounds, which you would want him to get at least double. Give me at least a double double. You're 7 feet. Get 10 rebounds in one game. Like, it's not. I can't say it's not that hard because obviously I'm not an NBA player, but that's what should be expected from him, to be honest. But other than that, I'd say this was definitely a really good Warriors win. Luka didn't have it tonight, and everyone else just kind of Spencer Dinwiddie had a pretty decent game, 26 points, 7 for 12, 5 for 7 from 3. He was like their main offense in the first half when Luka was giving them nothing. They went on the pretty big run in the third quarter, but in the fourth, they just didn't have enough. They were trying to get in the paint, and their defense, Draymond, was really good. I almost forgot Steph Curry got like a block on a 3 on Dorian Finney-Smith. When that happens and Draymond hits a corner 3, the game's over. So Warriors move on to the finals, and I believe Boston will win tomorrow. It is possible Miami could make a comeback, but with their injuries and how they played in the last 2 games, I really don't see it happening. So Boston and Warriors final is the most likely outcome here, which I just pray that there are some close games. There are some clutch minutes. The lead changes. I just hope that these are close games, exciting games, and the exact opposite of what we got from the conference finals, because overall the conference finals were very, very disappointing in terms of exciting games, the playoffs in general, but like these 2 series have really just been blowout after blowout. Just not very entertaining basketball to watch if you're not a fan of either team. I just hope that the finals go down to game 7, triple overtime or something like that, just to really get some excitement going. Klay Thompson was absolutely incredible in this game. He hit the shimmy. This was after his second 3 in a row or something like that. But really, really good game from Klay today. This is the funniest clip I've ever seen. Frank Ntilikina decides mid-air to not even... You can see right there. He was like, nah. Look at this. Wiggins is like so much higher than him right now. Like, he decided right here. He was like, never mind. I'm good. He made the correct decision there to not even try. Look at this. Nah. Right here, he was like, nah. This is when the game was really over in the first quarter. Draymond, corner 3, splash. Yeah, the game was over at this point. Steph Curry, Defensive Player of the Year, agenda right here. He blocks the corner 3. And then Jordan Poole slaps his butt, which is crazy. Okay, this is a nice block. Defensive Player of the Year, got the block. And then Jordan Poole with the butt slap, nice. This is what I love and hate about the Warriors, is that their dagger 3s and just like their highlight plays are such a big blow. Like that was a horrible shot from Curry. But then this corner three, not even a second to release it. And then, I mean, the game was already over, but that dagger, corner three Steph Curry dagger is so painful to watch. Like, I can't even imagine.